Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
What is up guys, G here back with another video. Today I'm going to do an update on Polestar. There's not too much news out there, so this video should be a bit short. If there's anything that I haven't covered, please comment down below, let me know and I can take a look into that. Today I'm going to focus on the institutional activity. There was a huge buy order, so I want to cover that for you guys. And then for the rest of the video, we'll take a look at the chart because we did have some pretty decent price action towards the end of the day. So hopefully that can get you guys ready for tomorrow. I hope you guys were able to take advantage of Tradium's huge run up yesterday. I posted that on the community post and it actually continued to run today. I think Tradium's going to be a great company in the long term. Now unfortunately I did close out my position because I had warrants, but I will be keeping a close eye on it because I definitely want to get back in with some of the profits that we made in the first run. But you guys let me know if you guys want an update video on Tradium and I can take a look at that as well. Lastly, take a second to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you guys want more videos like this. And with all that out of the way, let's get started with today's video.
And believe me, Kevin, the only problem you're gonna have is that you didn't buy more.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. That is one of my favorite scenes from one of my favorite movies, and that is actually how I'm feeling right now. The only regret I have is that I didn't buy more GGPI when it was near the $10 range. After hours we are trading near $11 guys. The chart looks very nice, but we'll get more into that in a bit. I first want to share some of the positions from the institutions of today. Today we had a huge position opened up by BNP Assests. They bought over 3 million shares equaling over to $36 million. So that is a very huge position. Some of the other positions you can pause the video and take a look, but we had a few weak hands that closed out their positions. The other two decent sized positions that got open today were Thompson Seagull and Raymond James Associates, which added 26,000 and 22,000 shares today. I did want to expand on BNP Assests position just to get a relative idea how big of the position is compared to their other holdings. If you scroll down to all their entire holdings, you can see their biggest position is 25 million shares. That is for C Limited. And now you'll have to kind of scroll down a little bit, but you'll get to the 3 million mark here. And you'll have GGPI with 3.1 million shares.
A few moments later.
Once you scroll to the bottom, you get a better idea of how many positions they have. And you can see they have about 970. Although I did notice that some of these are actually already closed. So I would say about 900 entries in total. That would exclude all the positions that have 0 shares. So looking at the perspective from GGPI, it looks like GGPI is probably in the 200-300 range as their biggest position. So that's actually really good. The only other large institutional position that I've seen recently was Magnetar Financials, and they bought almost 4 million shares back on January 14th, and that was almost equivalent to $40 million. Diving deeper into Magnetar's entire holdings, it didn't take me long to find GGPI shares, so I sorted this one by the largest position, and it looks like GGPI is like the 10th to 12th position, so that is a very huge position for this fund. And as I mentioned in one of my other videos, Magnetar is one of the early investors in Lucid, so if these guys are investing in GGPI, they definitely see something in this one. Now I want to shift over to the entire institutional positions. You can see they own over 63 million shares. That is over 63% of the entire float, I believe, or it might be the outstanding shares. The whole institutional value is over $650 million. So very big position by these guys. Just to get a better idea of the overall institutional picture, there's 133 institutional positions, with 127 of those positions being bullish, and then we have 6 positions that are short. So the overall ratio is very bullish for Polestar. Now since we're talking about shorts, I do want to shift over to some of the short shares available. We currently have 1.7 million shares available to be shorted, so the shorts definitely still have some ammo to bring us down. The short borrow fee rate for them to borrow these shares is 2.27%, so that is the percentage that they're paying to be able to borrow these shares. The percent right now is still not too high, so they are probably willing to use those shares to bring the price down, so definitely keep that in mind. Now once we start getting into 10 and 15% short borrow fee rate, then they'll definitely start seeing more pressure into covering their positions, and they'll actually think twice before shorting GGPI. Now let's talk about the short volume ratio, guys. So for today, February 9th, we had about 1.1 million shares that were reported to FINRA, and out of those shares we had about 342,000 shares shorted, so our short volume ratio is about 30% for the day. So that has stayed pretty consistent with our previous trading days. Once this short volume ratio starts going down and our volume stays consistent and it starts increasing, then we'll actually start seeing some increase in the stock price. Now before we move over to the chart, I do want to re-emphasize the amount of shares available to short. As I said earlier, they have 1.7 million shares that they can use to short against us, but it looks like the total amount of shares that they've been shorting was about 10 million shares. So out of those 10 million, they've already shorted about 8.3 million shares. So if the price does start going into $11 and $12, they will definitely be more tempted to close those 8.3 million shares. And also take into account that they don't have that many shares available for them to use against us. Alright guys, moving over to my favorite part, we're going to do some technical analysis on GGPI. Hope this is your favorite part as well. And so we are trading at $10.68, but after hours we did run up a few percentage. I think we closed at $10.99, so definitely getting across that big resistance that we talked about last time. Our volume for the day was 2.92 million shares, and our average volume is 2.35 million. So we definitely are beating our average volume today, and that is great to see. Shifting over to the daily chart, you can definitely see that 2.92 million shares does show in the stock price. You see a nice big green candle, which is really good to see compared to our smaller green candles and red candles that we've seen in the earlier week. Shifting over back to the 1 hour, I did previously say we were consolidating around this level here, and we broke out, came back, retouched this descending resistance, and then now we broke back out. If you zoom out a bit and take a look at the bigger picture, it does look like we are in this channel, which I've drawn here for us. I also did add this descending support right here, and we have a few points of contact here, here, and then as well as here. So that is a pretty good support. Overall, this descending support and this descending resistance is creating this descending diagonal triangle, which normally can lead to a breakout like this. And so if you zoom out further out, I measured the distance of our highest point of the resistance down to our support. I copied that over to this. And so in my opinion, if volume does follow this breakout, our highest point could come to about $13.85, which does make sense since we do have a monthly level here as well. So that is going to be something to look at in the future, but that will be down the road. Our next big levels to watch was down here at $10.80. But like I said, after hours, we were trading around $10, almost $11. So we are currently trading around this level here. Going into tomorrow, we will need to hold $11, guys. And after that, we can definitely work our way back up to almost $12. This monthly level is going to be a big resistance. As you can see, we've tried to break out once and failed, tried to break out twice, failed. And so that is going to be a big resistance to watch coming into tomorrow. Cleaning up the chart a bit and going back to our daily chart, it does look very bullish for me. We held our weekly level very nice. The support was pretty critical for us in this down market. Now we just really need to follow through with volume. We need to get some more volume. Like I said, that is the most important thing I always stress. We really need volume in the stock to be able to get some price action like this. And so since it's a SPAC right now, our float is a bit smaller, so it doesn't take much volume for us to get going. Like I said, the main thing is that we broke out of this descending resistance here, and we do have this nice wedge, which it looks like we are breaking through right now. Our main levels to watch is going to be at $12 and then coming back up to about $13.20 since we do have a nice resistance there. But the end goal should get us to about $14 if we do get this volume follow through. The last bullish thing I do want to show you guys is our RSI did get above the moving average as well, and that is on a daily time frame, so that is a little bit more significant. And it does look like the RSI is in an uptrend, so that is great to see. As for the bad news, guys, we do definitely need to hold $11 tomorrow. We could get back down to these weekly levels around $10.50, so we really don't want to see that. The main thing to watch is the indexes. We need some strong indexes tomorrow, but do remember we do have some CPI data coming out tomorrow, so that definitely can slow some of this momentum. But in the bigger scheme of things, I don't think the CPI data will affect GGPI too much just because we are near the redemption levels, but still something to definitely consider. So just to wrap everything together for you guys, it is bullish that we closed around $11. If we do have a nice open with the market, we can go up to about almost $12. I think we come back down and retest one of these weeklies, and then from there we can definitely gradually work our way back up, and this time actually breaking through this resistance, since I don't expect we'll break through that in the first time. But overall, you want to see continuation of momentum while we're building higher lows. So guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Comment down below what you guys expect to see the rest of the week. Also comment down if there's any news I need to cover. I can make a video on that. If you guys enjoyed the video, found this helpful, if you did, make sure to smash the like button, share with all your friends. Hope you guys have a great day. Wishing the best for GGPI tomorrow. I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, keep moving forward.